Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to be doing some more fall content for you guys. We're going to be going to Hobby Lobby and checking out all of my favorite things for fall. Lots of things that caught my eye, things that look very high end and just are beautiful for this new season. Fall is one of my favorite seasons ever, so I love decorating for it naturally. And if you did miss my first fall video, I'll have that linked down below. Basically, we went through all of my fall decor bins. We figured out what we want to use this year, what we want to get rid of, and just a few things that we wanted to pick up. We're going a little bit more minimal this year, which I'm really excited about, just sort of utilizing a lot of the things that I already have. But Hobby Lobby is going to be our first stop, and I will say I pretty much found everything that I needed. So I'm excited to share this with you. First, we're going to go to Hobby Lobby, and then we're going to come back and I'll share with you guys a haul of everything that I picked up. So whenever I go to Hobby Lobby, no matter what the season, I always find myself in the floral section first. Especially for fall, I felt like they had a lot of realistic stems. They were very rustic and casual feeling, which I really love. This stem in particular was so pretty, but I already have some neutral stems that I usually like to use every year, so I didn't end up picking those up. But I loved all of the traditional fall colors, and like this pick, there's lots of different textures and leaves. And these bigger statement flowers were so pretty. Came in so many different colors and looked so realistic. And if I didn't already have some real dried hydrangeas, I definitely would have picked these stems up. On the other side of that same aisle, they had a bunch of dried florals. I believe these ones are bunny tails, and I love all the different colors that it comes in. They also had some neutral colors, as well as this beautiful arrangement that has the baby's breath, as well as a pop of burgundy, and just so many dainty pieces. Over in their secondary floral section, there were also a few stems that caught my eye. I loved the color of this one and how realistic it was as well. I picked up these mums last year, and I absolutely love them, and I actually ended up finding more of those stems that we saw a little bit earlier in the video, just in different colors. And then I just wanted to point out a few of my favorite picks. This is over in the normal home decor section, and I felt like they had a lot of realistic small stems that were also a really good price. Now, we can't talk about fall unless we talk about pumpkins. Hobby Lobby is one of those places that has so many different pumpkins. There are even some that are cheetah print. They have Sherpa, all different kinds, but I am just going to be showing you all of my favorites. They have a lot of very realistic looking ones, some that are a little bit more whimsical in different colors. They even have gourds for a little bit of a different shape. Some of them even had a bunch of different colors on them and shading, which made them look even more realistic. And I love that all of these, or most of these, were styrofoam, so they're super lightweight and also very inexpensive. This pumpkin here made us think of Charlie Brown when they're rolling that big pumpkin. It really just looks realistic and looks just like the one in that show. But again, lots of different options, and they even had this scented bowl filler, which was so pretty if you have anything that you need to fill up this year. One of the main sections that I'm always impressed with for pretty much every single season at Hobby Lobby is the kitchen and tablescape section. There are all kinds of dinnerware and just very decorative accents, table runners, placemats, and pretty much everything you need to host a festive fall gathering. First, I'm showing you a bunch of these table runners. I love dressing up tables with table runners using a solid color for your base and then just adding a little bit of color and pattern down the center. I actually have the table runner version of this placemat and I love the fringe detail. The color and style of this one was so pretty as well. It reminded me of a doily, and just so many different options for placemats in general, as well as things like napkin rings, serving platters, and so much more. These kitchen towels were also very affordable and I loved the very simple pattern on them. And usually this isn't something that I go for, but I thought these salt and pepper shakers were adorable. If you really love pumpkins for fall, I feel like you're definitely gonna love this, especially for $7.99. And also all of the things I'm showing in this video are 40% off. That is currently what Hobby Lobby has all of their fall decor priced at. So as you see prices of all the items, just remember that they are roughly half off, which makes them a really good deal. You'll also see a little bit more amber glass later in this video, but I thought this little pumpkin was adorable. And then we have these goblets. I'm not sure if these came out last year or not, but they were super popular last year and for good reason. They are made out of real glass. They are very heavy. The details are so intricate and beautiful, and it even comes in a couple different colors. If you have open shelves or some sort of china cabinet, that will look so pretty for the season. And then I spotted a few cast iron pot holders. These I feel like are so classic and timeless. They were also very heavy and very well made, so you could definitely keep these for a long time. And on our way out of the store, I spotted a few things that just looked so beautiful. Again, here is that amber glass. These candle holders are stunning. If you really want to bring some warmth into your home, especially for the fall season, this is a really good route to go. I love the traditional look of these, and they even had some more modern ones next to those, so lots of different options. And they even had some adorable mini vases that were amber glass, and apparently this green color is also very popular. So if you have any little arrangements that you like to put on little end tables or in small powder baths, those would be perfect for that. So I'm going to show you guys a few more things that caught my eye, and then we will head on home and I'll give you a haul. So at Hobby Lobby, I felt like there was a good variety of things. Mostly I really loved the floral section. As you saw, there was a lot of really realistic, beautiful floral stems that were 40% off, which is great. In terms of other like home decor pieces, I felt like there was a good amount and there were a few things that I really liked, but I didn't really need any of that stuff this year. So there were like a few like tableware things or kitchen things that I thought were really pretty and stuff like that, but I just didn't really need. But if you're looking for some really inexpensive, high quality pieces, I think Hobby Lobby is a really great place to look. So let's get started with the haul. The first item I have is actually a Christmas item. Yes, you may think I'm crazy. I believe they had these last year or something very similar to them and they sold out super fast. Christmas is already 50% off, so I scooped them up and I got them both for under 15 bucks. So this is what it is. It's actually a functioning bell, so it can make like a noise. It has like the little metal piece in there that sort of clanks around. But this one was $13.99. So these must not be new. Looks like it was 2017. It's just something they've had for a long time, but they were very popular last year. Like I said, this one was half off. I love the jute sort of string at the top there, and then of course the brass bell. This just looks like something you would find at an antique store or like a flea market, something like that. Like, it looks so much more expensive than it actually is compared to maybe like other designer websites as well that may sell these. This I believe was the biggest one, and then I also got a size down. This one was $6.99, so about $3.50. Here's a close-up of some of the details. It just has like a really nice texture, almost like a patina on there. That's another thing you could do if you wanted more of like a rusty antique look. You could easily just dry brush this with a little bit of brown paint and it would look so good. And I just like love all these details. So I think these are gonna be really pretty for shelf styling for the holidays. I think they're gonna be so pretty. Obviously you could like hang them somewhere, or maybe you have like a mantle that you could hang them on. There's just lots of different things you could do. So I promise that was the only Christmas thing that I got. Let's get into some florals. I love florals for pretty much any time of the year, any holiday. I'm always looking for florals that go with the season, that look really sophisticated, elevated, but still have that pop of color that's signature to that season. Funny story about this, I actually started with a different stem, realized they weren't my favorite, and I went on YouTube that day and I was watching an old fall video from someone and she pointed these out, and these are the exact stems that I was looking for and I couldn't find. These are not in the fall floral section. If you go to the actual aisles that have like the succulents, and even I think there's like some dried florals back there. So if you just keep on walking, there's just these aisles that have these smaller picks, and that's where I found these. However, because they weren't part of the fall florals, they weren't 40% off, but they're only $1.49 a stem. So I don't even know how many stems I got. I literally saw them and I took the rest because I absolutely love these. I got 6 of these, and they're pretty small stems, which is also why I think they're a little bit cheaper. But I love the way they look, almost like baby's breath, and they just have this wonderful detail, and I love the burgundy color. I'm really picky about burgundy colors. I don't like them to have a purple undertone. I like them to be nice and warm and comforting, especially for the fall season. But I love these. I even put together a rough arrangement in the store in just one of the vases that they had, and it looked so pretty. So I'm very excited to be incorporating these this year. Next up in the floral department are these stems. I absolutely love these. So these are super pretty. They come in a few different colors. I want to say there was like a tan, maybe like a yellow. This is what they look like. They almost resemble like pine cones, and they're kind of like a sort of thistle, sort of almost thorn bush look, but they look much more elevated than that. I love the color of the leaves and how it almost resembles like an olive branch just mixed in with some of this fall touch. And I just love how whimsical they are. I love how sparse some of the branches are. You can really bend these. Something that I do a lot with my faux florals is bend them in all different directions, and I'll do that when I actually make an arrangement, but bending them in all these different directions really helps them to look very natural. And this just looks like something that you would find near a field. It just gives that very whimsical, very rustic, casual feel. So I got 3 of these stems. I'm not sure what vase they're gonna end up in. I will be decorating probably in, let's say, like 2 weeks or so, but I'll be styling all of these pieces with you, as well as the things that we went through a couple weeks ago. But these are beautiful. They were $10.99 a stem, but they were 40% off. So these ones were a little bit more expensive, but they are a little bit bigger. All right, lastly, but most certainly not least, I have some pieces to do a DIY project with. I'm also going to be making a DIY video for a few things that I'm going to be making for my fall decor this year. So maybe we'll be decorating the week after that. So maybe we'll be decorating in about 3 weeks or so. But I got some like plain pumpkins, and one of them is actually like a craft pumpkin. If you watched that decor decluttering video from a couple weeks ago, you may have heard me say that I wanted to do like a little pile of pumpkins right there on that dresser, and just do sort of like a very whimsical, just like a stack of pumpkins. And I want to do it in like some more moody tones, and I feel like it's just gonna look so pretty. So I got this little white pumpkin. They have a wall of pumpkins in Hobby Lobby, so many to choose from. And there are even some that have more color like this, some that are more whimsical, as you saw in the shop with me portion. This was $7.49, so it was a no-brainer, and I can choose exactly what color I want to do, and it's just a really nice size. And then I got the size down. This one's a little bit more of a short, squatty look to it. I really liked these ones in particular because the stems look very natural. I just love the way they look, and just this little size is so cute. So these will be like stacked up next to each other, and I do have one more. I wanted to get a bigger pumpkin, but I wanted to do a little bit more of a budget-friendly option. Even though these are pretty inexpensive, the really, really big ones in this sort of color, or even like that orange color, were quite expensive because these are actually foam. So I found this craft pumpkin. It was $12.99, and it's a really nice size. The stem looks pretty decent and doesn't look like too factory made, if that makes sense. It looks pretty natural, and I just loved the shape of it, and it's a craft pumpkin, so it's made to be painted. And then I have one more wicker pumpkin, and then I just plan on sort of stacking these all up in that little corner over there. I think it's gonna be so pretty. I found like a sort of color scheme I want to go with for these. So while I was at Hobby Lobby, I also picked up a few paints. So I'll just show you some of the colors. This one is salted caramel. It's just a nice sort of burnt orange. And some of these I plan on sort of mixing together different colors to tone them down, make them moodier. Sort of just depends. I got this sort of green color. This one is avocado, and Americana is my favorite acrylic paint. I usually use acrylic for everything, so I love Americana. This one is similar to the other one. It is honey brown. This one's a little bit more neutral. I love that color. We have deep ochre. This one is a little bit of a mustardy, moody yellow. A couple more. I have burlap. This will just be nice if I need to tone down any of the colors or have little mix-ins so that I can make different changes. And then I got alizarin crimson. I'm not sure if that's how you say it, but it's just a deep sort of burgundy color. So that is everything that I picked up from Hobby Lobby this year for fall. I am so excited about each and every one of these. That's exactly what I was going for. I didn't want to just buy something to buy something. I wanted to purchase things that I personally really love for my style, and I'm just bringing in all of these earthy tones that I'm super excited to make this space just like super cozy. The main area we're going to be decorating is this living room. I usually add a few things to our kitchen, and then I will also be adding some things to our newly renovated bathroom. So there's going to be lots of decorating and fall content to come, recipes and things, so it's just going to be great. So if you're new, definitely make sure that you subscribe for more fall content. I'm also in the middle of a bathroom renovation that's looking really good so far. You definitely don't want to miss that, and the big reveal, the big before and after. It's going to look so different. But yeah, I had so much fun hanging out with you guys today and showing you everything that Hobby Lobby has for fall. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything in this haul that you want to pick up, if there's anything you saw that caught your eye. And yeah, that's going to be everything for today's video. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, you guys.